Hello, welcome to the AcadaSuite software, the school management software we have right here in NORAC Technology. So this is what you would find once you open the software. You would this is most likely what you would see as your first as the welcoming page. So at the top here, you can find total number of students at a glance, the total number of males, total number of females, and then the bulk SMSs also. So you would also find other key features here: the control panel, enter student, how you can enroll students into your school, how you can control parents, um, access, staff access, and other things. But I will start with the control panel um, in this video. So the control panel is basically like the back end of the software where you dictate who has access and who is restricted. Right. So you can limit certain features to some teachers. You can limit certain features to some students, and you can limit what parents can see also. So here in the control panel, you would find the admin, school information, titles, departments, school stages, classes, arms, subjects, terms, school session, result setting, report card setting, term assessment, grade setting, class, and all of that. Now, the idea is such that you can tell the system what you want to see, what term you are in, how you want your class to be, how you want the classes to be addressed, and how you want the parents to be addressed. But I'll start with the admin. So the admin feature basically is to help you dictate who has access and who can see what. As I mentioned earlier, for example, in the school where there are you have the head of school, you have the proprietor, you have the bursary, you have teachers, and you have maybe non-teaching staff. Now, the access that the bursary would have is definitely going to be different from the access that the teachers are going to have, right? So all of this is where you do them, right? So I will add an admin. Yes, take for example, the admin you want to add is Acada. Surname of the admin is Acada. Let's take that. Acada, not AcadaSuite now. Right? And then the other name you want to add, maybe the first name is Suits. Now, username, you want the username to be AcadaSuite. Now, you come here to the username. Very easy. We made it very straightforward. Now, let's assume that the AcadaSuite the person is a teacher in your school. So a teacher will not have access to the control panel. We only have access to students, right? We only have access to library management systems, timetables, student attendance, and messaging. So what you do is you click on it, students, timetable, CBT exams, library management, right? So result management also, right? So you click on it. So when you save it, these are the features that the person would have access to. However, if AcadaSuite is a bursary, probably a bursary person in charge of your accounting and financing, what they will have access to is going to be different. Of course, students will not be there, right? So there's the bursary part. So you have to eliminate these features here, and then you focus on the bursary part, right? Features that attain to the bursary part that way. So that way you are limiting access. Let's take for example, I want to add another admin, and then AcadaSuite is the other admin I want to add, probably the head of school too, right? So control panel, the person is going to have access to control panel, have access to parents, have access to staff, school calendar, database backup, and all of that. So once I submit it, it's created, right? Let me add the password. I'm sorry. So our password in this case is going to be 2026 BA. So the person gives you a password that they want, and then you include it. It's submitted. So it's created that way. Now you can find it here, AcadaSuite, right? So that person has access automatically, right? And then in instances where the person has left your school, no more with you, you can deactivate the person's access. So the person doesn't have access to those features anymore. So it works like that.